In Myanmar, violence against the country's minority Muslims was on the rise. Houses and buildings were set on fire, with an unspecified number of people killed. Press TV correspondent Johnny Miller, who is one of the few journalists in the world who managed to make it into Rakhine State, reported on that.
Rohingya Muslims at a refugee camp in Rakhine province. They allege that the Myanmar government and the local Rakhine Buddhist population have colluded in burning their villages and forcibly removing them from their homes. We're entering a Rohingya refugee camp now, and this is the first time we've seen large numbers of Rohingya people. The two communities have been completely separated. 20,000 Rohingya live in this camp alone. Food supplies have been getting in, donated by the World Food Programme.
There are 18 people who have died since the beginning.
How did they die?
The children got diarrhea and malaria and the other diseases.
The Myanmar government have allowed international monitors into this camp, but there are many others further north being shielded from view by the military. People here tell me that conditions elsewhere are dire. Most of these people have lived in this camp for over a month. Their homes have been completely razed to the ground. There are no plans as yet to rehouse them. Furthermore, the Rakhine people who they used to live amongst do not want them to return.
In Saudi Arabia, the highlight was an extraordinary meeting of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, which was held in the holy city of Mecca. Myanmar and Syria, along with Muslim unity, were some of the issues that were covered.
It was late Tuesday night when the delegations from 56 member states and several other nations with a presence in the OIC started arriving in the Al Safa Royal Palace in Mecca. And Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad was met with a warm welcome. This extraordinary summit has been called by Riyadh to discuss the latest developments in the Muslim world. The unrest in Syria has become a matter of high concern, as Muslim leaders tend to forget the question of Palestine. They say they want an end to the violence in Syria, but when it comes to how, the gaps start to emerge. Saudi Arabia, Qatar and Turkey are pushing for further support for the insurgents fighting the Syrian government. And in their last efforts to shore up support for the armed groups, they are expected to put pressure on OIC member states to suspend Syria's membership.
Every country, specifically Muslim countries who are members of the OIC, should join hands to resolve this issue in such a way that will help towards the peace and security and the stability of the region, and that will stop the violence, will stop the destruction which we are witnessing now in Syria, unfortunately.
The suspension of Syria has no bearing on relations or any direct impact on the Syrian government.